Hi, welcome to Root 200 series. Here we're looking at a few questions and looking at how to solve in the best possible manner to get your maximum score or maximum percentile of 100. Right, so let's look at this now. So normally when you have large numbers in the exam, try to find patterns and or try to use numbers and use the options. So here 100, look at larger number 100. 100, now if you look at the option, the numerator is 1/4 of 100 and denominator is double of 100. So let's say x is the last number, to 2x plus 1. 1/4 of 100 and double plus 1 of plus 1. Same here it is 1/4 of 100. Here it is, if you look at 2.5 times of x plus 1. Here it is half of 100. Here it is 2x plus 1. And here it is again half of 100 and 2.5x plus 1. Let's look at only k1. First, if I look at k1 is 1 by 12. If I take x as 1 term, okay, that means 1/4 and denominator will become double of 1 plus 1. It becomes, if you look at 1 by 12. I mean, when last term is 100, we took as 1/4 and double plus 1. I use the first option. So if I use that, if I take last term as 1, it becomes 1/4 upon double plus 1 by 12. Satisfies. Technically first should be the answer. Next, none of the other options are satisfied, not satisfied because of the cases. Let's take for example one more, k1 plus k2, which is nothing but 1 by 12 plus 1 by 60. If you solve this 60, you get 5 plus 1, you will get 6 upon 60 or 1 by 10. Here 2 is the last term. Again I use the same thing, 1/4 of 2, 1/4 of 2 upon double of 2 plus 1. So it becomes half upon 5 or 1 by 10. Satisfies. So both cases satisfies. When it satisfies the two numbers, you can directly mark the answer. Actually, you can mark the answer with the first case as such. One way of solving, where you look at the pattern, look at the options, try to figure out how the option matches that large number 100, substitute and then check the answer. One way. Second is to solve it. For example, I say 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6, if you look at it, is nothing but 2 into 6, 4. That means if I want to write 1 upon 2 into 6, it will be nothing but 1/4 of half minus 1 by 6. Using this to write all this pattern, you will realize it will be 1/4 of half minus 1 by 6 plus 1/4 of 1 by 6 minus 1 by 10 plus 1/4 of 1 by 10 minus 1 by 14 and so on. The last term will be, you look at all these numbers, 4 into 1 plus 2, 4 into 2 plus 2, 4 into 3 plus 2. To last term which will be there, will be 4 into 100 plus 2, which is 402. Right, 1 upon, this will be 398 minus. 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 will get cancelled, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 10 will get cancelled. If I take 1 by 4 common, I take 1 by 4 common, everything else will get cancelled. What will be left is half minus 1 upon 402. If I solve this here, so 1 by 4 half, which will become 2 into 402, 402 minus 2. 1 by 4, 400 upon 2 into 402. So 400 gets cancelled 100. 2 and 401 will get cancelled to make it 25. So you realize 25 upon 101. You can solve it. It becomes lengthier to solve. It's easier to put that 100 and look at the option and solve. The moment you get k1 satisfied, you could actually mark the answer because other options, second, third, fourth doesn't satisfy. In a college, there is an A student and a B student. 65 of the students supported A and remaining 35 students supported B. Now 23%. Now when I say 23%, you will have to use a calculate. 23.07 of 65, you will realize 15 students support from A to B. And 57.14 of 35 means 20 students from B support to A. So now the number of students in A becomes 70, number of students in B becomes 30. Now we want what number of students from A to support B, so that have equal number, 50-50. So we want 20 out of 70. 20 out of 70 is 28.56. 1 upon 7, 20 upon 7 is 2 upon 7. 1 upon 7 is 14.28. So 2 upon 7 will be 28.56. Second option is the answer. Not a difficult sum, just put the data properly and understand it, you will get the answer. You need to know how to convert fractions to percentage. 1 upon 7, 2 upon 7 to percentage. Up to 1 by 12 is what you should know how to convert fractions to percentage. Ratio of perimeter of right angle triangle with intertable values. Moment you see right angle triangle interval values, you should know triplets. The 4 triplets you know is 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17. You want perimeter of smallest such triangle. So if I take the first triangle, the perimeter will be 12 or a multiple of 12 if I take any triangle. This will be 27. This will be 49 plus 7, 56. And this will be 32 plus 8, 40. So only thing that can satisfy in this case is one is 24 can satisfy, 36 can satisfy, 48 can satisfy, or 27 can satisfy. These are the values which can satisfy. Let's start with the smallest, which is 24. If I take 24 out here, the value of a triangle will become 6, 8, 10. Perimeter is 24. Area is half into 6 into 8. If you look at 12. Area is, sorry, 6 4s are 24. Area is 24. Area is 24, perimeter is 24. The ratio is 1:1, so this doesn't satisfy. If I take next last smallest 27, right? 27 means 5, 12, 13. So area will become half into 5 into 12. 30. Area is 30. Perimeter is 27. 3:2 doesn't satisfy. So we then take 36. These numbers 24, 36, 48 I got from the options. So 36 if I take, so it becomes 9, 12, 15. Area becomes half into 9 into 12. If I solve this, it becomes 54. And perimeter is 36. If you look at 54 is to 36 is 3:2. This satisfies. So 36 is the smallest value that satisfies. Second option. Right? Just substitute. Always when you have right angle triangle, look at triplets. These are the common triplets. From this I realize perimeter 12, 24, 36. They are in the option. 24, 36, 48. And 27 is the ND option. So I check for the smallest 24. I realize that the area is 2. Perimeter doesn't satisfy. Perimeter to area to perimeter. Same way 27 doesn't satisfy. The only thing that satisfies is 36. That will be the answer. 17 people in a group whose average age is 40. They divide into 2 groups. First group is 64. Second group is X and the average is 40. So I'm doing allegation, though I don't know both the values, I know only average, one value is not known. So this becomes 24. This will give you some value. And remember the total number of students is 17. So this sum of these two should be a multiple of 17. Total of these two should be, because there are 17 students. So total number of students, because what ratio you get is the ratio of number of students. So you realize one smallest value that is possible is 10. So let's try to take 10, because 10 if you take, you will get number of students as 5:12 and 12 is in the option. Now when you go backwards, this 64 is because of difference of 24 and 40. So 10 will be because of difference of X and 40. So this becomes 30. 30 plus 12 is 42. Satisfies. So 12 is the answer. As a matter of fact, you can directly make out and get the answer, because when you say 64, 40, X, this becomes 24. And when you take the ratio, the ratio will be 24 or a factor of 24. I mean, when you take a ratio, number of students we want this number of students will be 24 or a factor of 24. The only option is 12. You can actually directly mark it without substituting that 10 and solving it as such. You need to understand the concept of allegation, useful for a lot of sums and helps to be fast as well. So be comfortable with allegation. It's a good concept to know. A and B play a game of cards. So here again you continuously play. So if you do one round, you can automatically get the answer for all the rounds. So for example, let's say A starts the game. What's the chance that we'll get king? King is 1 by 13. The chance of you getting a king is 1 by 13. 4 by 52, which is 1 by 6. Then for B to win, A has to lose and B has to win. So A has to lose and B has to win. So A will lose 12 upon 13 and B winning is 1 by 13. Now this process continues. Now longer method is to keep on doing the process, find the GP and get the answer, but not required, because this process continues. So this ratio will be same for all the subsequent values. You can directly take the ratio out here. If I take the ratio out here, 13 will get cancelled. You will get a ratio is 13:12. That means A winning is 13, B winning is 12 chance. So what is the probability? N will be when B wins. So it means 12 out of 25, second option. 12 is B winning out of total of 25, B option. That is the answer. You can also make out that since A is starting, the chance of B winning will be less than half, because chance of A winning will be higher. So based on that, you can actually eliminate first and fourth option. Yeah, we have still 2 more options left that you will have to maybe try to solve and get the answer, but you can eliminate the options. Hope this is clear. Thank you.